Welcome back to the GH Spoilers channel. Today, we uncover the storm building around Drew Kane and the web of deception that could finally unravel his carefully crafted image. For months, Drew Kane has walked the halls of power with his head held high, parading as a man of integrity, a hero returning from captivity, and a pillar of righteousness. But behind that polished political exterior lies a truth that is far more sinister. Slowly, the cracks are showing. And with each new revelation, the facade Drew has so carefully constructed begins to crumble. The whispers of betrayal are growing louder, and if justice still breathes in Port Charles, Drew's downfall is not just inevitable, it is long overdue. The first signs of rot in Drew's story began with his manipulation of Willow Corinthos, a woman already fragile from grief and betrayal. While some may argue that Willow, too, has crossed moral lines, most notably in her romantic entanglement with her husband's uncle, there is no denying the sheer audacity of Drew's deceit. He orchestrated a cruel scheme to keep Willow away from Michael, the father of her children, while he positioned himself as her savior and emotional anchor. But what Willow doesn't know is that her so-called protector bribed a receptionist at a burn clinic in Germany to lie to her. Drew ensured that the message she received was that Michael wanted no part of her visit, no part of closure. In truth, Michael never had the chance to decide for himself. The implications of this go beyond romantic betrayal. Drew's actions have directly influenced an ongoing custody battle, one that has deeply affected not just Willow and Michael but the future of Wiley and Amelia as well. Willow may believe she's acting in the best interests of her children, but how much of that belief was engineered by Drew's manipulations? What happens when she realizes the foundation of her choices is a lie? Even more damning than the emotional manipulation is the political rot that clings to Drew's every move. This is not just a man who deceived a grieving mother. This is a man who has lied to constituents, abused his position, and weaponized his influence to destroy reputations. Perhaps most shocking of all is his secret affair with Nina Reeves, Willow's estranged mother, a relationship that occurred while he was actively pursuing Willow. If Willow ever discovers that Drew was sleeping with Nina while courting her, it may shatter any remaining illusion of love between them. More than just a betrayal, it reveals Drew's strategic cruelty. He played both women against each other, creating emotional chaos while keeping his hands clean in public. That emotional chaos wasn't limited to personal betrayals. Drew has wielded power like a sword, cutting down those who threaten his image. When evidence surfaced that someone had drugged him with ketamine, he immediately pinned the blame on Tracy Quartermaine, an influential woman with enemies of her own. The truth? Drew had drugged himself. Or, more accurately, Drew allowed himself to be drugged under circumstances that still remain murky, perhaps even indulging willingly. In either case, he made sure Tracy paid the price. And when Portia Robinson stumbled too close to the truth, Drew used the oldest tactic in the book: blackmail. Portia knows more than she's saying. In fact, she may be the only person left who can stop Drew before he causes more damage. But she's trapped between a sense of moral duty and the very real fear of losing her career, her reputation, and everything she's worked for. And that's exactly how Drew wants it. Everyone in his orbit bound by fear, guilt, or silence. But not everyone is willing to be silent. Curtis Ashford, driven by a desire to expose the truth, is taking a risky path. He plans to bribe a woman named Jacinda into claiming that Drew not only slept with prostitutes but also voluntarily used ketamine. It's a bold move, one that could destroy Drew's credibility overnight if it succeeds. But the danger is real. If Curtis fails, he not only risks being discredited himself, but he may also give Drew the ammunition to spin yet another story in his favor. In the background of this moral battlefield, Willow remains unaware of the depth of betrayal she's entangled in. She is not perfect, her choices have alienated Michael and raised eyebrows across Port Charles, but she remains a woman searching for peace, for clarity, for a sense of direction. Right now, she is in the eye of Drew's storm. But as the truths come to light, the woman who once helped Sasha give birth in a courthouse may need to rebirth herself. This time as a survivor of emotional exploitation, not its victim. If there is one truth to hold onto in Port Charles, it is this: secrets never stay buried. The more Drew tightens his grip, the more likely it is that someone will slip through his fingers with the truth in hand. Whether it's Portia stepping forward with her story, Curtis unearthing damning evidence, or Willow finally seeing through the lies, Drew's day of reckoning draws closer. In a world where enemies often masquerade as lovers, and betrayal wears the mask of loyalty, Drew Cain has become a master manipulator. He has abused trust, perverted justice, and danced on the edge of scandal long enough. Port Charles deserves better. Willow deserves better. And when the truth comes crashing down, the fall will be spectacular. Because sometimes, even in a town built on secrets, one man's lies can set the whole city on fire. And when it does, we'll all be watching.